The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café. This is the United Podcast Network.
Welcome to Dueling Comedians, where two comedians clash to see whose comedy kills and who gets killed.
Figuratively speaking, of course.
All this to determine who claims the coveted Dueling Comedians trophy. This is Dueling Comedians.
We are coming to you recorded live at the Studio 21 podcast, Dueling Comedians. No one can stop this juggernaut. It keeps going and going and going. Nobody knows why. It just does. It's like we got nothing else to do, and we get together and do this. I'm Tony V, your host, and returning champions from the first round of Dueling Comedians, Jeff Koen and Brianna Classen are with me. And before we get into the meat of this, I know he impressed you so much the last time you guys were here a month or so ago, but he is the glue. And when I mean glue, he actually takes horses' hooves and makes his own glue. He's that good. Would you welcome my pal, Laugh Track Larry?
Hey, you said juggernaut, right?
Juggernaut, I said,
And
yeah.
No one can stop us?
Can't stop. That's what the meaning of juggernaut is.
I was kind of hoping somebody might stop us,
We keep hoping.
but I'm tired.
Yeah,
I could use some rest.
yeah. You can take a break during the show.
I sometimes do.
Yeah, I mean, we could just put strings on your fingers and pick them up and let them down on the buttons.
Strings on my fingers
Strings-
and bells on my toes.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
You know, but without you, we would miss that level of exuberance, that level of excitement that you bring.
He does tie it together.
Yeah, he does. It's a nice little.
I do kind of love it.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, you got nothing else in your life.
No, I'm going to keep pressing
Right.
the buttons and
Sure.
smoking the
Sure.
cigars.
It's
and,
when you're not. It's either this or a trailer and a cold can of Dinty Moore.
well, on a previous show, there was something about living on a boat in
On
a
a
yard.
boat.
And
You remembered.
yeah, it sounded vaguely appealing.
Right, doesn't it? Did you ever get to that point in your life, either of you, where you thought like homelessness was appealing? Like you ever see a guy with just like a bag and a shopping cart and you go, man, he is dialed in.
His life is simple.
Yeah.
Like when you got too much shit
Right,
going on and you're just
right.
like, wow, that's
right. I gotta,
his biggest worry is getting up.
I gotta get this done. I gotta get that done. You go, all this guy needs is a bridge to sleep under.
Wow.
Go to Key West, sleep
Yeah.
under a bridge. You'll be,
Yeah,
it's
you'd
80
be
degrees
fine,
every
right.
day.
Tony,
I mean-
I'm not saying I've thought about it, but first thing I do is start walking south. Like,
Yes.
why not go somewhere
That's
warm?
I couldn't agree with you more.
And I'm going to applaud it because the homeless have iPhones. I've seen it.
Yeah,
I'll take my iPhone and I'll go from Taco Bell to Taco Bell because you
Right.
can get a big bag of
a lot of food for
like-
$5.
Yeah.
Right.
And then
Right.
eventually I'll be somewhere warm.
You know, I just read this. Yeah, right.
And I'll be happy.
And you'll be happy.
Yeah.
You know, I just read this study that said morbidly obese people, fat people, are having chips put in their head, and then anytime they
Potato
think about
chips?
electronic chips.
I like potato chips.
Well, you would think if I said morbidly obese, your first thought would be potato chips.
I
Right.
kind of thought that too, to be fair.
All right.
Fair.
Wow, you think like Laugh Track Larry,
Little
Jeff. That is a frightening thought right there. Two of you. There's fucking two of you.
I'm trying to
That's
win.
what I
I'm
need.
trying to win,
Right, I get it. Oh, you're sucking up to Larry, are you?
Yeah.
But they had electronic chips put in their heads so that anytime they thought about food, they would get a shock. And oddly, you could think about Taco Bell and not get a shock.
Right.
Because there's nothing over there that resembles food whatsoever.
Yeah. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't show up on the food
It doesn't
pyramid.
show up
No.
anywhere. It's just a bag of stuff.
it's good stuff though. It's
Yeah.
so good.
There are certain
At
times
the
in your
time.
life. There's certain times in your life where there's nothing better.
Yeah, I mean, you do giggles. Taco Bell's right there.
Right there,
Still
right?
open after.
Yeah, they
Like,
practically share a parking lot, which is next to my second favorite place. There's two places on Route 1 just outside of Boston. There's the Honey Baked Ham store,
Beautiful store.
which is connected to the Batteries
Yeah.
Plus.
Mm-hmm.
So you get all your shopping needs done in one parking
yeah,
lot.
one-stop shopping.
for like Christmas shopping.
Right.
Toys need batteries, and then,
you need a ham for and it's all right there.
Yeah.
Eh. I've never understood the whole ham concept to.
But have you
store.
had one of their hams?
I'm not saying ham's bad.
Have you not been to the chicken pie store right up the street, though?
Why wouldn't you combine them?
There's Harrow's chicken pie.
I know. I know about the Harrow's chicken. I know I'm a big pie fan. But the fact that you only sell ham, it's got to be
it's a specific.
It's a very specific. Like there's only very specific times of the year where you're going, I need a ham.
Yeah. Well, I think it's good to specialize. Boston chicken went in the shitter when they became Boston Market.
Right.
Yeah.
You got a point.
I don't go there for meatloaf.
No.
Nobody does anymore, apparently.
Yeah, you'd go to the Meatloaf Emporium.
Exactly right.
Right. So everybody should just have the thing you do best.
It's a good concept.
Yeah.
And they do have the best ham. I don't know if you've had it, but it is the best ham.
Well, I think the best part about it is it's pre-sliced.
That's a key.
Right.
Yeah. And they got that sugared barbecue, whatever, or honey mustard thing.
Yeah.
Sugar.
I have it on good faith that they don't bake them that way. That they put the shit on them and then blowtorch them.
That could be. You could be right.
So they look crispy.
Yeah, you could be right.
Yeah. I don't.
It's ham.
Don't care. It's ham.
It's ham.
When you're in the mood for ham, you need ham.
Is that how they market it, Tony?
No, I don't believe so.
We put the shit on and blowtorch it?
Yeah, I think that's in the marketing.
I haven't tried it, but now I will.
You will see. I know a thing or two about ham.
They got to sell a lot of hams to pay for that real estate.
Oh, sure. They're not. They don't come cheap either. The hams.
Yeah.
I don't understand the fireworks store too in New Hampshire. It's just a certain time of the year.
No, you buy fireworks all year now. Come on.
And you can't use them anywhere. Right?
Yeah.
So you're just driving around with fireworks.
With TNT in your trunk.
Right.
And a ham.
I just got shit that blows up in my trunk. Where are you going to use it? Nowhere.
They're fun for children of all ages.
All ages, yes. So what's been going on with both of you since the last time we saw you?
Well, I still doing the Winner's Circle with Dave Radigan Books up there. It's a good show on Tuesday nights. It's free comics. Just
free comics on Tuesday nights.
Free
Winner's
comics.
Circle.
And I don't know if you've been down there, but a lot of guys stop in once in a while. You might have been down there.
I have been there years ago.
10 years.
Yeah, I mean, I probably 7 or 8 years ago I stopped in there after a show or something like that.
Tony's busy.
Yeah, he's a busy guy.
Yeah. I have the schedule that is for somebody has way more money than I do. With the shit I do, I should be way richer.
Oh, a lot of work.
Yeah,
and no pay.
yeah.
Like little volunteer stuff.
Yeah, little that.
Hey, you want to volunteer?
Yeah. How do you say no? Well, we're trying to buy some fingers for someone who lost them in a fireworks accident. You go, all right, that's good.
Can you drive to the Cape on a Friday?
Yeah, that'd be great. I'm not doing anything else. Brianna, you opened, you're a restaurateur on top of being a stand-up comedian.
Yeah, I've been working in restaurants longer than I've been doing comedy, which is like longer than 9 years. So.
Right.
Yeah. So
and how's that going?
It's going. Restaurants can be, frustrating, but overall it's good. I like doing it.
Yeah. Dealing with the public, it isn't easy.
Especially in the North End.
Yeah.
Like I was standing in between two cars, like down the street from my work, having a smoke on my break. And then a tourist walks up and goes, "Do you work here?" And I'm like, in between the Toyota and the Subaru, no. And they just wanted to know where Paul Revere's house was. I was like, it's right there.
You stand in front of it, you nitwit.
I'm like, just let me smoke my cigarette, please. Like, no, I don't work between these cars.
Switch gears a little bit. Do you, any pitfalls or any trouble you have being a young woman in stand-up? Does that come into effect at all?
Oh, yeah, for sure. There are guys, I won't mention them, but who have
Please do. We can out anybody we want on this show. It's the internet. If someone's creeping you let me know, and I'll punch them right in the throat.
Well, one person who I don't mind saying who did something really sketchy was Johnny Boyce. I'm sure that's surprise to people.
Yeah.
He told me he would put me on a show after I won a comedy contest thing he did. And then the poster came out and I wasn't on it, but because he had been like, let's go out and get a drink a few weeks before. And I was like, no, I'm good, thanks. And I was like, sorry, I'm busy. And then all of a sudden I wasn't on the poster. I ended up posting a thing and he ended up being like, oh my God, sorry, I just saw your message. Yeah, you're still on the show. And they didn't pay me either.
I've actually had that happen to me.
Yeah.
And I won a contest.
You got me too'd?
I got me too'd on a contest, yeah.
That's odd.
It all came back around and about 5 years later and it ended up working out. But it took me 5 years.
Maybe you should have gone out for that drink.
I know, yeah, well.
I mean, that's the lesson I'm taking away from all this.
Sure. So henceforth, if Larry ever calls you up, go out for the drink.
If you hope to win.
If you want to win.
Anytime.
Right. Because you guys are vying now. This is the second round, and the winner of this goes into the quarterfinals. And the belt is on the line. So there's a lot going on here.
Yeah, it's big time.
Yeah, so quickly, how do people get a hold of you?
Instagram at bclassy223 or Twitter at brizzyclass.
JeffKeown.com.
That's it?
That's it. You'll
And
find it
we're spelling Keon.
Koen.
Okay, not the way it sounds.
Not the way it sounds, of course not. Well, that would be too easy.
It would make it too easy for everybody.
Swap the vowels and you're close.
You're all good.
I spell it out Keon sometimes just to avoid the hassle. Right. But,
does anyone ever go Cone or Cohen or?
Oh, I get Coon.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All that. I don't care.
It doesn't matter. Look, I'm just. I couldn't have made my name any easier.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's literally 5 letters.
Right. It's perfect.
Tony V. It's boom, right to the point.
You might hear B though, or D.
C or something like that. But it's more I make such an impression on people sometimes. They screw up my first name. Let's hear it for Joey V. Or Bobby V. Or Freddie V. It's like there's something with an E at the end of it. They know.
You could say Tony V as in Viveros.
Yeah.
Then they'll know.
They'll know, but they don't know.
No.
Nobody wants to know.
People are.
Did you do it because Viveros was a little odd?
Yeah, the first time I ever did stand up, or one of the first few times I did stand up, the MC was Mike Moto, Japanese comedian. Yeah. Take my rice, please. That was his joke, not mine. And he couldn't wrestle with Viveros at all, so it became Tony V.
I've always wondered that about Artie Januario.
Right.
Like he kept that last name, which is probably one of the harder ones.
Yeah, it is.
But what's he going to do?
Artie
J?
It's the whole initial thing is
the
platitude right now. All right, that music means we're going away briefly. We're going to stay right here. The show itself is going to go into the ether, and then we'll come back. We're here at the Studio 21 Podcast Café, and this is Dueling Comedians. Enjoy your break.
Hey, Alexa, subscribe to the Dueling Comedians podcast, will ya? That's a good girl.
Attention cigar smokers or even friends of cigar smokers. If you're looking to relax with a nice premium cigar or looking for a great gift for a cigar smoker, this is the gift that keeps on giving. Our friends at twoguyscigars.com have created the Cigar of the Month Club. For just $24.99 per month, you or your friend that you're gifting will receive 4 premium handmade cigars every month, and shipping and handling is included. Go to twoguyscigars.com, that's the number 2guyscigars.com, and find the Cigar of the Month Club in the menu and sign up. It's that easy. You can stop at any time, but you won't. There's no contract. It is just a tremendous deal. Go to twoguyscigars.com. That's the number 2guyscigars.com. Find the Cigar of the Month Club and sign up. At the same time, if you want to learn about the cigars you receive each month, you can smoke along with them on their own podcast called The Cigar Authority. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a nice premium cigar from our friends at twoguyscigars.com.
Hey, it's Tony V back at Dueling Comedians, and that inhaling and exhaling you hear is me smoking a fine Atabay cigar.
It smells delicious.
It's a fantastic smoke given to me by the guys here at Two Guys Tobacco Shop.
Means you're doing a good job.
Yeah,
right?
Sure.
They give you a $70 cigar.
When we started this show, White Owls. I had a Dutch Master once, and I thought I was living the dream. And now I got a $34 cigar in my face. It's fantastic.
I had a Dutch Master once. Yeah. She was rough on me.
She was rough on you? Yeah.
Oh, I guess that would be a mistress.
That's a mistress. That's a Dutch mistress.
It's a case of mistaken gender.
Yeah, it's a whole different thing.
All right, forget I mentioned it.
No, hard to get that image out of my head, to tell you the truth. Maybe indelibly etched in there from here on in. Yeah. All right, so we're coming up to duel. Now, here's a question: did you guys know each other before this?
Not really. I was supposed to do a show he was hosting, and then my car broke down, and I didn't get up there for the show.
The comedian's lament.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was quite the day.
Yeah.
And we covered for her, and we made it work like we always do. Because it happens. And
you can't let the audience know that somebody fucked up.
I called him, too, instead of being like, hey, can't make it. I made the phone call.
Well, that is a responsible thing, especially for a comedian.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes you go, oh, right, I forgot.
Yeah, the car breaks down, you get out, you go to the closest bar, and next thing you know.
It's another day later, right. All right. So that music means it's dueling time. I hope you stepped up your game for the finals here, for going into the quarterfinals, because this is it's the belt's on the line. So let's start with Jeff.
All right. So, Tony, I was involved in a car accident. Totally my fault. I can't blame anybody. Thank God there was no damage to the outside of the car. What actually happened is I totaled my pants. So. True story.
You totaled your pants.
So I grew up just outside of Boston, and people always ask me why I don't have a Boston accent. And everybody in my family has one. But it's because when I was about 5, my dad made me learn how to not have one because he thinks they make people sound uneducated, quote unquote. Which really made growing up weird because everybody else in Wakefield I grew up with had accents. So all the kids would be like, why do you sound so fucking weird all the time? Like my teacher in 3rd grade, she was like, she got the entire class to make fun of me and was like, oh, Brianna the operator, because I just didn't sound like everybody else, because I didn't drop all my R's. So that made growing up.
It must have been wicked hard.
So Tony, my mother still yells at me like I'm a kid, for good reason too. She caught me shaving in the pool the other day. She says to me, hey, you. Stop shaving your nuts in the pool and get off my raft.
If I had a nickel for every time that was said to me.
So I learned that the original English accent during like Shakespearean times actually sounded a lot like the Boston accent we know now, which is kind of funny. So I'd like to do like a rendition, like the English accent now is like an 1800s aristocratic thing. But I would like to do a rendition of Shakespeare, but just get a bunch of like Southie townies to do it. And just get some lady, like some Southie townie lady smoking a Newport, drinking a PS Gourmet going, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo, fucking...
So, Tony, I don't work out much, but I do make improvements to my body. I mean, recently I just got 4 of the most perfect porcelain veneers you've ever seen. Right up front, front teeth, 4 of them.
I can see them now.
Yeah, nice, yeah. Very expensive. My buddy said, Jeff, you getting 4 porcelain veneers is like putting 20-inch platinum rims on a dump truck.
So it's tough being a woman. Like I was in this fancy, expensive makeup store the other day called Sephora, and all the marketing for everything is very like sexually charged towards women. So like all the best mascaras have all these like sexy, naughty names like Bad Gal Lash, and They're Real, and Better Than Sex, and X-rated, and Full Exposure, and Full Perversion. Like I could keep going. Those are all real mascaras. I wish they could make one that was like going to have lunch with my Nana today, or like interview with a female hiring manager. Because like I'm in a job interview and it's going well, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is going well. And then she's like, this is going well, and I'm sorry if this is just a weird thing, but why do you keep looking at me like that? I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. It's not me. It's just the mascara I'm wearing. Blowjob eyes.
So I've been lucky enough to be in this cartoon, and you get these opportunities, you want to take advantage of them, So it's called Manservants, and if you want to check it out, you go online and check it out. You just make sure you go to manservantsthecartoon.com. Don't make the same mistake my grandmother did by going to manservants.com. That's a completely different website. Disgusting, but very well put together.
All right, so I'm sure guys get weird messages on like Tinder and Bumble too, but they're definitely not as bad as the ones women get sent. Like a guy sent me a message, and props for strong opener, But his opener was, "You look like you do anal," which I'm not sure about me. What about any of my pictures says I do anal? Maybe the mascara I'm wearing, one of them. I do anal, but I didn't know what to do with that information. But I have a lot of like really good-looking friends who act insecure. So when we're getting ready to go out and they're being all like hot dumb girls, being like, "Oh my God, is this outfit okay? Do you think Tommy's gonna think I look good? Is my hair okay?" I didn't know what to say before, but now I just go, "Oh, girl, you look like you do anal." Now they don't ask me how they look anymore. So it worked out pretty good.
Wow. This is going to be rough because I know how your brain works. And
This is the toughest
the toughest one
I've ever encountered.
Right, because I know Jeff had you at shaving his nuts in the pool.
But
right.
yeah.
But then blowjob eyes and anal
Well, and
came strong.
Two of his favorite things.
Yeah.
I was a little horrified. My daughter buys a lot from Sephora.
Yeah. So now you're going to check her twice before she leaves the house.
I did have this beautiful image of Shakespeare in the park. I think that would be something.
That would be good, right?
You may not know this. I have read the complete works of Shakespeare, including the sonnets.
I would not have guessed that.
Everything he's ever written.
Really?
Yeah, kind of sucked.
You didn't like it?
I liked the "Get Thee to a Nunnery."
That was it. That was it for you.
That was the highlight.
Too much vouchsafing and forsoothing for your taste.
Oh my God! Why can't they just talk like people from Southie? For Christ's sakes! It's fucking ridiculous. All right.
Wow. I've never seen him get that agitated. You guys really worked up Larry today.
Well, Shakespeare makes my blood boil.
So have you made a determination, I guess, is the point.
I really haven't. I'm going to have to hit the button and then decide.
All right.
I'm worried.
No, don't worry.
I'm scared.
Okay. I'm a little frightened now, too.
Well, this has been a difficult
We
covered that.
Yeah. You just went through that, and we got to Shakespeare. So we're beyond Shakespeare.
So you're saying I should get to the fucking point.
Get to the fucking point.
All right. By a hair, so to speak, I'm going to give it to Jeff.
Oh.
And you know what kind of hair.
I know. The shaved nut hair.
Oh, you got that?
I listen, if there's one thing I know after doing all these shows with you, it's how that twisted little brain of yours works. And he had you at shaved nut hair in the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're kind of catching on to him.
Yeah, but it was very close, Brianna. I can't thank you enough for doing all of the shows with you. Congratulations. Keep moving forward. You're very funny. It's a pleasure to work with you. And tell people again how to get a hold of you.
Oh, yeah. Instagram at bclassy223 or Twitter at brizzyclass.
All right. And Jeff, you'll be back.
Oh, I can't wait.
For round two.
Round two. Let's do it.
All right. And we'll move closer toward the belt. And how did I get you? Jeff Keon?
That's jeffkoen.com. Yeah.
All right. Great. This has met or exceeded my expectations. We hope yours. If not, just turn the goddamn thing off. We can't tell you what to do. We're here at Dueling Comedians at the Studio 21 podcast or anywhere online. Thanks a lot for listening.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.